Also, we'd like to thank our sponsors, 2AM Media, Anglophiles Academic, Gibbs Denley, Global Gossip, ICEF, Rough Guides, and Travel. So the awards are easily the recognised benchmark for excellence when it comes to find out who's really best in the industry. And we're delighted to be joined here by a great friend, the returning Minister for Tourism, the Right Honourable Margaret Hodge, MBE, who's not just a great supporter of youth and student tourism, has actually supplied some of our customers. So thank you very much. Minister.
Thanks very much for that introduction. I think some of your customers is my children, who endlessly want to spend their time travelling, and of course not at their cost but at ours. And in a way, one of the things I was thinking about as I was coming here tonight, it's very, very different from my day when I managed to spend 2 months, ages me a little bit, but 2 months travelling around the whole of Europe. And I think we got as far as, we went to Israel, so we got out as far as Cyprus and Israel on 80 quid. But I have to tell you, there is a very funny story of that, because I went with a girlfriend and we ran out of money as we arrived back in Italy. And I had an aunt who lived in Paris, and I sort of said, well, if we get there, she might give us enough money to get back to London. And we did some very dangerous hitchhiking, which I would never allow my children to do, to get from the borders of Italy then to Paris. Arrived at my aunt's, and then we hadn't slept anyway. We were absolutely filthy, and she refused to give us a penny. So we then had to get back to the UK. But I'm a huge supporter. As tourism minister, I'm obviously really concerned with promoting the industry. It is one of the biggest industries in the UK economy, employs about 1 in 8 of people who work in the UK, so it's a very, very, very important part of the UK economy. And it's been through some ups and downs with the recession, and our job, my job, is to try and ensure not only that the government keeps sinking tourism, but also that we do all we can to help everybody come out well of the recession. But I am personally really, really keen on youth travel for all sorts of reasons. It is the most life-enhancing experiences that you can have. I still do remember my crazy travels as a student, and I think they stay with you all of your life. It is sort of educational, you know. If you get out and see bits of the world, you learn a huge amount, which can then help you develop into an adult with the right sort of values, and perhaps also in career terms help you develop that. And I think it's also important about shared identities. The world is getting a smaller place. We don't want wars all around the world. We want people, both in the UK and when they travel abroad, to feel that there are things they can share, although they may come from different places and different races and religions and backgrounds. And I think travel is a fantastic way of beginning to understand different cultures and different races and bringing people together. The recession has been tough, probably for lots of you in this room, particularly with people not being able to have the money to go abroad in the way they had in the past, partly because of credit crunch and are they in and out of work, have their parents got the money or not got the money, but also because the weakness of the pound has impacted, particularly for people trying to travel abroad. But actually we've done fantastically well in tourism. And if you look at domestic tourism, which probably is not as important to you as it is to other bits of the tourist industry, we've had some of the best months this summer. And if I talk to some of the places people go to visit, I mean, if you talk to National Trust or English Heritage, they have never done so well as they have this year. And 8 of the top attractions in the UK are our museums, and they also have seen visitor numbers go through the roof. So there have been some good things happening. And I hope now that we're also beginning to see more people travelling in and out. And I know there are challenges. There are challenges around airport taxes. There are challenges around visa controls. There are still challenges around the shortage of money and the credit crunch, recession indicators. But hopefully if we pull together and try to work through some of these issues, we can keep travel as a real important ingredient in young people's lives. I also think you'd mentioned you've got a Green Award. I'm pleased to hear that, because we do have to think very much through the impact on our planet of how we travel and the ways in which we travel. And you can be incredibly innovative in that field and actually get the same bang for your bucks, but do it in a way which doesn't expose us to destroying our planet. And I'm really pleased that you've introduced that award. And I can't go to an event without mentioning the Olympics. The Olympics is coming to here in 2012. We expect tourism to be the greatest beneficiary long-term beneficiary out of hosting the Olympics event, because the eyes of the world will be upon us. So the quality of what we offer to those who come here, whether they come for the Olympics or actually whether lots of them are going to be journalists and television crews, so what they feel about their experience here in the UK will be hugely important, not only in them returning here, but in them going back home and writing up a good write-up about what's great about Britain for tourism. So do grasp that opportunity and work with us on that. Well, as you said, tonight is all about networking, celebrating, Christmas partying, which is why you have it at this time of the year. So that's all I'm going to say at the start. But I have the privilege and honour of being the awarder of the first prize, and that is for the most promising young marketeer, which is sponsored by Anglophiles Academic. I love that name. And this prize is a reward for the creativity and expertise in advertising campaigns, brochure design, copywriting, direct marketing, public relations or internet marketing, and strategic sales campaign. Just shows how wide the marketing world has become. Candidates for this award have to be under 30 or under, and they have to have demonstrated creativity and expertise in all those tasks. So the finalists in this category are Alison Armitage from Generator Hostels. I don't know where you are, Alison. Steve, I hope I pronounce this properly, Lowy from Hotel. And Adam Taylor from Go Walkabout Travel Insurance. And the final winner in this category, I'm pleased to announce, is Alison Armitage from Generator.
Turn around this way.
Right, there we are. Okay, thank you. Well done.
Very much.
Many congratulations.
Unfortunately, the Minister has to leave us at this point, but we're very grateful to have you back again, Minister, and it's always enthralling to hear you speak with so much heart about our industry. Congratulations to Alison, and thank you very much for attending tonight.